Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Maria Angeli Del Cruz from BSHM2B, and I'm going to read the Republic Act number 11313, the Anti-Harassment Act. Article 7, Final Provisions, Section 32. PNP Women and Children's Desk. The Women and Children's Desk now existing in all police stations shall act on and attend to all complaints covered under this Act. They shall coordinate with ASHE officers on the street, security guards, and privately owned spaces to the public, open to the public, and anti-sexual harassment officers in government and private offices or schools in the enforcement of the provisions of this Act. Section 33. Educational modules and awareness campaigns. The PCW shall take the lead in a national campaign for the awareness of the law. The PCW shall work hand in hand with the DILG and the duty accredited women's group to ensure all LGUs participate in a sustained information campaign and the DICT to ensure an online campaign that reaches a wide audience of Filipino internet users. Campaign materials may include posters condemning different forms of gender-based sexual harassment, informing the public of penalties for committing gender-based sexual harassment, and infographics of hotline numbers of authorities. All schools shall educate students from the elementary to tertiary level about the provision of this act and how they can report cases of gender-based streets, public spaces, and online sexual harassment committed against them. Social source courses shall include age-appropriate educational modules against gender-based streets, public spaces, and online sexual harassment, which shall be developed by the DepEd, the CHED, the TESDA, and the PCW. Se- Section 34. Safety Audits. LGUs are required to conduct safety audits every 3 years to assess the efficiency and effectivity of the implementation of this act within their jurisdiction. Such audits shall be multi-sectoral and participatory, with consultations undertaken with schools, police officers, and civil society organizations. Section 35. Appropriation, such as may be necessary for the implementation of this act, shall be indicated under the Annual General Appropriations Acts or GAA. National and local government agencies shall be authorized to utilize their mandatory gender and development or GAD or GAD budget as provided under Republic Act number 9710, otherwise known as the Magna Carta of Women. For this purpose, in addition, LGUs may also use their mandatory 20% allocation of their annual internal revenue allotments for local development projects as provided under Section 287 of the Republic Act number 7160, otherwise known as the Local Government Code of 1991. Section 36. The prescriptive period. Any action arising from the violation of any of these provisions of this Act shall prescribe as follows. A. Offenses committed under Section 11 of this Act shall prescribe in 1 year. B. Offenses committed under Section 11 of this Act shall prescribe in 3 years. Offenses committed under Section 11 of this Act shall prescribe in 3 years. Offenses committed under Section 11 of this Act shall prescribe in 10 years. Offensive committed under Section 12 of this Act shall be imprescriptible, and offenses committed under Section 16 and 21 of this Act shall prescribe in 5 years. Section 37. Joint Congressional Oversight Committee, there is a Harry B. created or a joint congressional oversight committee to monitor the implementation of this act and to review the implementation rules and regulations promulgated. The committee shall be composed of 5 senators and 5 representatives to be appointed by the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, respectively. The Oversight Committee shall be co-chaired and by the chairpersons of the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality, and House of the Committee on Women and Gender Equality. Section 38. Implementing Rules and Regulations, or IRR, within 90 days from the effectivity of this Act. The PCW as the lead agencies in coordination with the DILG, the DSWD, the PNP, the Commission of Human Rights or CHR, the DOH, the DOLE, the DepEd, the CHED, the DICT, the TESDA, the MMDA, the LTO, and at least 3 women's organizations active on this issue of gender-based violence shall formulate and implementing rules and regulations IRR of this Act. Section 39. Sepa- separability separability clause of if any provision of Act hereof is held invalid and unconstitutional constitutional and remaining provisions not affected thereby shall remain valid by subsisting. Section 40. Repealing clause. Any law, presidential decree, or issuance, executive order, the letter of instruction, administration order, rule, or regulation contrary to or inconsistent with the provision of this act is hereby repealed, modified, or amended accordingly. Section 41. Effectivity. This act shall take effect 15 days after its publication and in the official gazette or in any 2 newspaper of general circulation in the Philippines. This act, which is consolidation of Senate Bill number 1558 and House Bill number 8794, was passed by the Senate of the Philippines and the House of Representatives on February 6, 2019. Thank you.